Good evening, comrade citizens. Most recently, we have celebrated the third anniversary of the state of Sandus and its foundation. We have also celebrated, of course, Labor Day, also known as May Day here in Sandus, which is on May 1st. In a week from now, today is May the 2nd, I believe. Yes, May the 2nd. 2014. In 1 week, we will be celebrating Remembrance Day here in Sandus, which takes place on May 9th because it is the 69th anniversary of the Soviet Red Army over fascist Germany. And of course, later this month, we will be celebrating, to much enjoyment, the 5th anniversary of the creation of Sandus. I've realized that I have not communicated, particularly through video, and given many addresses and speeches in the most recent times. I want to first discuss, with the Sandom flag in the background, what Sandus is moving towards, especially because this month is often invoked, the month of May is often invoked as Victorious May, because of Remembrance Day, but also because of the creation of Sandus. As Sôgmô, in the past 3 years, 3 and more years now, it has always been my duty as the legitimate and elected leader of the state of Sandus to pursue the best welfare and the best advancement in welfare for the Sandom people. This will be continued, and I'm especially cognizant of the fact that most recently we have had renewed interest in our nation project. And when I say our, I truly do mean our, because those people who have shown an interest in it are beginning to think and to understand the importance of Sandus. Many micronations are famous for many things. Many micronations, such as Molossia or Atlanteum, are famous for actual physical memorials, monuments, physical objects which are a testament to their political will, to their will of independence, which is quite literally manifest in physical objects. Sandus is not one of those states. Sandus is not a state whose will is manifest in entertainment and amusement. It's not manifest in having plush citizens, having animals as pets, having close relatives as citizens, though we, of course, do have close relatives of mine personally who are citizens of Sandus. But that emphasis and that importance there is not Sandom. What Sandus, and this is my personal opinion, what Sandus excels at is having a philosophy and having a republican system built to achieve that philosophy. Of course, the philosophy, and this is the reason why the Sandom flag is right behind me, because it is quite literally a symbol of the philosophy, that suffering, which is the blue, is divided by hope, which is the white. That our human suffering which we all have, which unites us all as people. And it's never a good argument to say, well, my suffering is more important, or my suffering is greater. While that certainly may be true, some people's suffering is more trivial and sometimes less important, existentially speaking, than other people's suffering. Overall, however, suffering in general is something that we all do. We all suffer. And that is what the philosophy of Sandus tells us. And of course, the white, to most people, should really be red, because the hope here is that we have a system, socialism. That is our economic and social system. And we also have a cultural and social system, which is Sancta, the third and final part, and in many ways has yet to be coherently defined in Sandin philosophy. In terms of all of these things, this is the importance of Sandus. That our republic is moving towards resolving issues concerning the popular will. The welfare of the people of Sandus is our utmost priority. This is shown by the fact that even non-citizens have received important items of clothing. For instance, trans and genderqueer people have received by my office chest binders so that they may feel more comfortable in being themselves. This is just one example of what Sandus has done and can continue to do. Most recently, I have begun researching and I've begun lecturing and creating courses on how to teach new citizens how to be active citizens in Sandus. That's the very purpose of Kremlin Sandus State College, is that we can educate new citizens, peregre citizens, on how to become Sandin citizens, active Sandin citizens. And in the past, that's what I've noticed, is that we have had citizens who do not know how to be active, have not been educated or socialized on how to be active, and that some simply relent. The importance of activity. As micronationalists, we all understand that citizenship activity is important. But the philosophy of Sandus is not just an important idea, an important concept that unites all Sandus together. It's also a vision. And what I've learned in the past several months is that vision is transformational. That vision, prompted by appropriate leadership and prompted by not just personal charisma, but the charisma of the vision or of the idea, can work to transform social situations and situations within a group for the better. This is what Sandus's vision is. It's all represented by the flag behind me. And it is under my government, as Sôgmô, as the legitimate leader of Sandus, that my hope is that with new citizens, we can continue to grow, that, and this plan has been discussed very much, that we can begin to focus on the All Citizens United plan, that we can begin to focus on the council idea, And I recognize here that there is an important element to my own leadership, which must be checked and which I must accept humbly. If Sandus is to advance, I understand that one way we must advance is by democracy and by social democracy. I recognize, as the leader of Sandus, that my leadership may at times become too absolute, that it may become too authoritarian. And as Sôgmô, the importance of my government is not to do this, but to inspire and create vision in Sandom citizens, so that we as one nation can move forward in accomplishing the goals, projects, and plans which we set forth. The current Democratic Council idea is to divide the party essentially, and make the party an advising body for socialism. The council created from this division would unite all people. All citizens would be a part of this council. And in effect, this democratic council would advise me directly and would elect essentially an officer of this council, not only to preside over the council, but also to meet with me and to represent the people to my office. In the future, I am not certain how this council will work. I am not certain of when it will be created, and we do not know the details of what it will look like, where it will meet, how it will meet, how meetings will be run, what is the role of the party, what is the role of the party not just in the state, but also in the council. Does the party have a role? And these are ideas that must be looked into. And part of the importance here is through proper education. I have done, most recently, some research, and I show this USB for a specific purpose, because I've taken quite a lot of articles from actual books and downloaded them, copied them, and of course at the moment I'm looking at copyright law and seeing if we can use them in Kremlin-Sandus State College. My hope is that in the future all citizens will have a civ degree, a civilo degree, that they will all be active citizens, know how to be active, and know the various institutions and ways of how to be involved in Sandus. The reason why Sandus exists is not just for my own personal satisfaction. It's also for the satisfaction of all Sandom people. And I hope that in the future, Sandus will not just be my country, but that through change of language, we can adopt it as our country. And I am to set forth work, especially very soon, changing citizenship and change certain functions of citizenship, whereby naturalized citizenship to civilos status will not be a thing. Those born as Sandom citizens, born in Sandus, born to Sandom parents, will be peregro, or auxiliary citizenship, which is beneath full citizenship. That one must attain full citizenship through a proper education in Kremlin-Sandus State College, and by the age not of 14, as it is now, but of 60, and possibly in the future 18 or 17. Sandus is undergoing much change, especially from our early beginnings. Sandom culture is still fluid. Our Sandom society is still fluid. But what is changing now is not so much the foundation of our state, but how we, as one people, are victorious in creating it. And that is the importance of this month, and that is the importance of this broadcast. I would like to thank you all. I would like to congratulate you on the 3rd anniversary of the foundation of the state of Sandus. I would like to thank you and wish you all a happy Labor Day and May Day. And of course, I hope to be back again in wishing all of you a happy Remembrance Day and Victory Day. Thank you, and goodbye.